I've never been as excited in my career as I am now. If we went back in time, what we had an oil revolution. The whole 20th century wealth of the Western Europe, whether it's in Germany, US, the UK, is built on the internal combustion engine and oil. We're at a similar moment now. And the similar moment now for me is artificial intelligence and whole digitalization and electricity. You can't have one without the other, right? Simple as that. What we're going to see is huge growth in electrification, huge growth in digitalization, and that for me is a huge opportunity then for Europe. But it's really complex. But because it's so complex, what needs to happen is you need to have deep conversations in and around the issues, right? And the challenges and the opportunities. And this is why I think the BMW Foundation is very, very important. Because what you can do is you can collect all these people in a room and actually really help those people to understand the changes that are going on, and also help to come to a consensus about what the future is going to be like. Because the future that I'm talking about is very different than the one before, right? It's not like, go back to Henry Ford's saying is, people don't want faster horses. They want something completely different. And we're at that moment too. And so what I mean by that is, what type of people you need to get in the room? You need to get the technologists in the room. You need to get the legislators. You need to get the politicians in the room. You get the finance people in the room. I can't do that, but BMW Foundation can. And that's really, really, really important, is get the people together in a room. And by the way, we see this with the event we've just been at here. There's incredible people in the room, right? You've got the innovators in the room. You've got the regulators in the room. The step beyond it is not just having discussions around what's going on. Yeah, as I said, this deep discussion, that's the next thing that needs to happen, because it is complex and people really need to understand this to make good decisions. And the good decisions need to be made by business leaders. They also need to be made by politicians, they need to be made by regulators and financiers.